Why couldn't you just accept that I'm Filipino and I'm proud to be Filipino?
Pagka yun na yung nakita ko na in-check ka, bumalik ka sa China, parang hindi ba ako worthy sa pagka-Pilipino?
The influence of racism in Philippine culture has always fascinated me in the 8 years that I've been living in this country. From the widespread obsession of skin whitening to the careless use of derogatory terms in casual conversation, it's intriguing to learn what Filipinos consider acceptable and what pushes the boundaries of discrimination. Seeking to hear other people's perspectives, I sat down with 4 individuals from different walks of life to hear their stories about racism in the Philippines. Hello, Ange.
Hey, Bani, how are you?
Hello, Joshua.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Prof.
Hi, Bani, hi.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me in our office.
Okay, let's start off by first introducing yourself for the people watching.
Sure, my name is Jay. I'm 38 years old. I'm from New York, and I've been living in the Philippines for 4 years.
I'm Angeli Dione Gomez. I'm 26 years old, pure Filipina, born and raised in Cebu. I'm a beauty queen, or like a former beauty queen. So I've joined a few pageants before.
Joshua PRIMUS. I'm actually from Florida. My father's from South America, mixed with Indian and Black, and my mother is Native American, white, and African American. So I'm very diverse background.
Xiao Chua, I'm a public historian. I teach here in LaSalle history and 4th generation Filipino-Chinese. That means it was my great-grandfather who was a migrant from Fujian. After that, nag-intermarry na sa mga Pinoy. That makes me Filipino.
Alright, so since this video is about racism, my first question is, how would you define that word, racism?
I'd say racism is just looking down on a certain race.
Judging people without knowing anything about them.
You don't like someone because of their skin color or their ethnicity.
And of course, we all know that in anthropology, this is baseless. You remember Pocahontas, right?
Yes.
You think the only people who are the people who look and think like you.
Oh, the song, yeah.
Right. So of course, you know that is one of the tenets of Western colonialism. Nananakop sila ng tao because they think that other people are inferior. So then they will give their superior culture. Well, in fact, galing lahat tayo sa Africa.
Alright, so with that being said, with your definition of racism, I have some images related to the Philippines that I want to show you, and I want you to tell me if it's racist for you or not.
Sige. Tingnan nga natin.
Should I read it out loud?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, God shaped man from dough.
You bake it in an oven, but you accidentally burnt it. I know this.
The dough came out black.
This would later become the people from Africa.
Oh, God tried again, shape man from dough, and this time he undercooked it.
The dough came out too late, and this would become white people. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is kind of funny.
God tried one last time to perfect his creation.
Out from the oven came God's man-shaped dough that was brown and good.
From that perfectly colored man-shaped dough would descend the Filipinos. Sorry.
This is for real?
Yes.
This is for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What do I think about this?
Yeah. Racist or not racist?
This is crazy racist this is shockingly racist. And this is taught in school.
I think it's more from before. I don't think it's taught as much now.
Okay, they actually removed this from the curriculum, I hope.
Before, people do not think of this as racist because we were so used of hearing other people being racist at us.
To be honest, I don't think that's very racist. I think it's kind of dumb and funny.
I mean, this is racist because it's being put out there to children. But when you think about who the message is being, given to, yeah, it's a little off.
Maybe it is racist, yeah, to the other countries though, not to us, obviously.
Okay, next.
Negroes.
It's the name of the island.
Is it?
Yes.
Of course it would be.
Ah, the name of the island.
And why is it called Negroes?
Kasi nga, nung pinangalanan yun na Negros dahil maitim daw yung mga tao. Possible. I don't know the history, but I am surmising that it is because of that.
There's been some instances where people from the Philippines talk about Negros and people from other countries misinterpret it. Like
Negroes?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Negroes? No. That's not racist.
No.
It's Negros.
Okay.
It's not. It's not. Well, when it was named, it was probably racist. But Negros is our name.
Now it's just
It was a name. It's a name. So, it doesn't matter. But,
I don't know when they named this Negroes. It depends because you have to think about it because it could have been when the settlers that brought over the Catholic religion here
from Spain. Yeah.
from Spain, they could have called it Negroes and they see it that way. But
If the Spanish were the ones who named the island, would that be racist? As opposed to if it was the natives who named it?
somewhat, because they are the ones who named the island.
Yeah, the Spanish did.
Yeah, so yeah, it pretty much is a little
On that
bit.
context.
Yeah, on that context.
You realize in history they do things like this, things that it could almost so deep that you can't even change it, versus them just saying something racist. They name an entire island something racist, so it's there forever. It's like them making their mark, which is unacceptable if you ask me.
Last one. This is a billboard. Very common.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow, they're relating your skin tone to your actually getting a job.
Yes.
Para ma-hire ka rin, maging maputi ka din.
So is that racist?
It is racist. It is racist.
Yeah, that's definitely racist.
It's not just the Philippines; it's all around the world. Like you have guys that are from Jamaica they used to be dark,
Yeah.
that are bleaching their skin.
And that's, what's weird is that the things that you were showing me, there is no subtle about this racism. This is completely blunt racism. And the fact that it's accepted as so natural and normal, how normalized it is unsettling.
You think that they're okay in normal, ordinary thinking, but you dig deeper to them, they're actually racist.
The children that are growing up, they're subliminally taught that the whiter you are, the better you are, the more likely you are to succeed in life, the more money, the more everything. It's subliminally being taught to all of their children, and it's not good. It's not good.
I would say it's more not racist, but like looking down on someone's looks. So I would say it's more related to like body shaming. I'd find this more in the category of body shaming than it is a racist thing.
A lot of racism is actually, when you look at it, it's not racism, but class distinction.
Usually when you look at someone with darker color, they're seen as someone that has a job outside. That's because, color, your lighter color, shows your certain class.
Very, very not simple and very complicated ang racism. And sometimes pag hinimay-himay mo, it's not just racism. Ang dami nang nakahalo dyan.
That being said, have you personally experienced any racism here in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, yes, I'd say a small scale of it from my own Filipino people. Okay, I'll give you the situation. Somebody would ask me, what is your mix? And I just say Filipino. Then they go, no, you're not. Almost disappointingly, they say, no, you're not. And I have to be like, yes, I am. They're kind of upset to learn that I'm full Filipino. It's like they lost interest in just talking to me because they find out I'm full Filipino. Like it would have been more interesting if I was, say, half American or something.
So it's like they're looking down on themselves.
Yeah, kind of. And I tell you, this happened to me so many times where I have to explain my ethnicity.
Right.
And why couldn't you just accept that I'm Filipino and I'm proud to be Filipino? But instead, it's like they're looking for a reason for me to look the way that I look.
There's like a little obsession.
An obsession,
where,
yeah.
They're looking for like a
mix. Yeah, there is an obsession for looking for a mix. It's because it's better to be Western or mixed than be pure Filipino for some reason.
Yeah,
here.
like that's just how it is here.
Yeah, I think the Philippines has a bit of an identity crisis when it comes to who we are or what we should be.
I know the Philippines was colonized by the Spanish, correct?
Yes.
So it's very interesting to me being in the country colonized by the Spanish when I'm from a country colonized by Europeans. So the difference of seeing how that played out.
We're stuck on our colonial mentality that we almost forgot who we were before that, and we're defined very much by Western standards.
But I personally have not dealt with too much here. Everybody seems like they do get along, but also I'm very You know, I'm very multicultural and it's hard to call what I am. So that's why I think I haven't experienced it that much.
I met a young kid when I first came here, and when he seen me, I guess from watching rap music and probably just seeing movies,
Yeah.
he walked up to me and said, "What's up, my nigga?" And that, I don't consider that racist though. That's just what he sees as a little kid.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of funny. You know, me, I don't take things that personal. Like somebody would have to say, "You nigga, get out of here." But no, I haven't seen any racism since I've been here. Nothing but love, actually. It's the opposite.
You didn't consider it racist because the intent wasn't there.
Yeah, the intent wasn't there. Like he wasn't saying it to make me feel a certain way. I mean, as a culture, black people put out these things. We're still out there saying, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" I don't talk like that, you know. So when he came up to me, it was kind of offensive. I was taken back a little bit.
Taken back a bit.
But then at the same time, it was kind of funny because I knew why he said it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so that wasn't racist to me.
Have you experienced any racism?
You know, this is the weird thing about my case. Hindi naman ako mukhang Chinese ng buo. Hindi naman ako nagsasalita ng Chinese language. Wala akong pinapractice na Chinese culture. But just because I chose a nickname and I have a surname that is Chinese and I became Xiao Chua, sabihin nila, bakit ang kasaysayan ng Pilipinas ay itinuturo ng isang inchik? Bumalik ka na sa China. This Xiao Chua is a Chinese Filipino, and people like him are the reason why history in the Philippines is backward. The only treasure that I have, I mean, I'm not rich, I'm not powerful. The only treasure that I believe I have, that I cherish so much, that I will fight to the death, ay ang aking pagka-Pilipino. And it's just because of this, pagdududahan mo ko. Just because I have Xiao Chua as my surname. No, na masakit. Masakit. Nasasaktan ako. Parang, pagka yun na yung nakita ko, na in-check ka, bumalik ka sa China, parang, hindi ba ako worthy sa pagka-Pilipino ko? Yun ang naiisip ko. So, I was hurt. And talagang dinibdib ko. That was a few years ago. But of course, eventually, I mean, with everything that I'm doing, writing, doing videos, whatever, I've already proven myself. I mean, what can I know who I am. I am Filipino.
Yeah.
Diba? I may have Chinese blood. I'm proud of it. I actually am honored that I have Chinese blood because the Chinese are great people. But I'm a Filipino and I know who I am. So ngayon, pag sinasabihan na ako na ganyan, tinatawanan ko na lang. Pero pag Bani, kapag una ka talagang na-troll, talagang masasaktan ka talaga.
Okay, so final question. With everything that's been said, how can we fix or how can we erase racism from Philippine society?
Wow. You cannot erase it because you cannot erase it until proper teaching of why we had races, why they have different appearances. When we truly teach pagkakapantay-pantay, when we truly teach human rights, that's when we will lessen racism.
When you inform yourself about different cultures and you start to understand why people do things a certain way, and instead of being prejudiced and attacking, but accepting, then we can get rid of racism.
But you know, the problem is mentalities are hard to fix. This is transmitted through kids, through culture, through the media. Mahirap basagin ng mentalities. But, again, everything starts with one small step.
The young people that would have to change it, in my opinion.
Any fault that happens around you is actually an opportunity to teach, an opportunity to clarify, an opportunity to educate. And when people actually use racism and make it a political weapon, this is an opportunity for us to say, no, don't do that. We are all human beings. It's very hard, long way to go, but it will never happen if we will not give our share in that one step, which is, be nice to people.
The only way to erase it is by love. That's it.
Foster not a divisive attitude towards other people, but a more inclusive attitude. doon natin masasolve yung racism na yan.
Professor Xiao, thank you so much for sharing your perspective with me. I think I learned a lot.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure always, Bani.
about
Thanks,
your
Bunny.
viewpoint.
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.